Okay, this is my report on day 4 of my 10-day juice fast, and I'm just really pleased that I've been doing this. This is like, I feel really good about this. I'm kind of in the groove. I did 2 things today that are more optimum for an ideal juice fast day. The first thing is that I ran in the morning. I have a treadmill and I did half an hour, and it's kind of intermittent running, but some of it's pretty taxing. And the good thing about heavy duty exercise for me is that it gives me like a jolt to my system so that thoughts about food go, you know, and that's a positive thing. Plus, you're burning calories and you're working on your fitness, which is nice. And then I had the intention, which I did, of going into the Joe Cross 101 recipe juice fast book that I have and finding a recipe and making it. And I did. I made it at night, and it's called the Watering Pineapple, and it's watermelon, pineapple, carrots, celery, ginger, and a beet. And it's pretty good. And it's kind of sweet. It's not super sweet. I don't know why it's not super sweet, but it's not. It didn't taste super sweet. And because you don't really use a lot of watermelon or a lot of pineapple. So I had that for tomorrow morning. And I also made up in the evening, I made up a really good batch of my spicy V8. And I have these really ripe, beautiful plum tomatoes that I got at our local grocery store. And I'm going to go back there for my plum tomatoes. Very often I go to Walmart, and they're okay. But these are like really ripe and delicious. So it makes a really good tomato juice. And, during the beginning of the day, I had leftovers, basically. Orange juice, tomato juice. I had carrot green juice. And I took that with me, to meditate and also to go to the gym. But then I also had my oolong tea, my chai. I did have a little bowl of pickles. Actually, it's a pretty big bowl of pickles. And that was the only what I consider to be fail. Oh well. And then in the evening, I had another good exercise session at the rec center and a sauna, which is always nice. And I ran, I did a little yoga, I did a little resistance, and machine resistance, and that's good. That's another thing that it's a whole segment that's just in the realm of physical fitness. It just takes my mind off of the process of where I'm at in juicing, And I weighed in a little less than yesterday, 4 ounces less than yesterday. But I feel confident that by the time I'm finished, by the time I'm at day 10, I'll be in the range of the goal that I expected to be at and to get the results I intended to get, even with all my cheats. So I know that if you do a perfect juice fast, you can literally lose a pound a day. And I won't do that, but that's okay. I get through it and I'm not suffering, I'm not like... One of the things is that if I do a really strict juice fast, you get tremendous like mood elevation, I found, and different kind of really sublime feelings in the body. But that strong of a weight loss that quickly, sometimes there might be a rebound in terms of eating. Maybe not, but it's such deprivation, and it's such strictness. And also so much juicing, by supplementing my liquids with kombucha and seltzer and 0-calorie ginger ale and tea. I cut down the amount of juicing that I need to do. But I also resort to the pickles, and maybe if I were just doing all the juice, I wouldn't be doing the pickles. But there's only so much juice and cleanup that I really want to get involved in, because it's not just the juicing and the cutting and the slicing. It's also the cleanup. I had to clean the juicer twice tonight. And one of these days I want to get a really good juicer. Not sure what brand. I've done some investigations. Joe Cross used to recommend Breville. And he's gone to another one that I can't remember the name of that he recommends. which is a cold press juicer, I believe, extraction juicer. And but I would like to get something that juices greens well, because it would be nice to rely on greens more. Kale. When I put kale through my juicer, it just doesn't do much. So I rely on getting the bottled cold pressed juice, Suja green juice. And, you know, that's the best I can do it at the moment. But one of these days I'd like to budget $300 plus and get a really fine juicer. Because I use it a lot. You know, what I've been using are the thrift store juicers, and they're okay. I have to use pliers to turn this one on and off. I'm not sure if it was broken when I got it or if it broke after I got it, but it's a little broken. But it juices, and it works, sort of. I mean, definitely, but you need pliers. So it was a good day. You know, day 4 was a good day, especially with the exercise and then, you know, branching out and trying a different recipe. I'm going to try to do that, you know, as much as is comfortable. You know, maybe tomorrow I'll do another juice and mix it up a little bit, because I really do get into a rut in terms of what I rely on. So anyway, I'm really happy to be doing this. I'm so glad I made the decision and pulled myself away from the food. I really didn't want to do it. I was like, no, man, I like to eat too much. Why do I have to stop eating? It's like, well, you don't have to, but it's in your best interest. So anyway, so that's my wrap up for day 4 in March of 2023.